Hey guys, ANCAP24 coming back with another setup for the DB Fire 2. It's going to be kind of similar concept to the 2 setup, but a little bit different. So what we're going to do on this is we're going to go ahead and press. Then we're going to go ahead and shift our D-line to the right and put that nickel back like we did before in a hook zone, okay? So we're good to go right now. And then before, what we did is we moved over the linebacker that I have highlighted. I'm going to call this middle linebacker on the right of screen. Is that player? This player I'm going to call middle linebacker left of screen. The reason why I do that is because it's all messed up. Actually, in all actuality, this is your outside linebacker, that's your middle linebacker, that's your right linebacker. But when you go ahead and do blitzing and like you pick up the assignments, they're all messed up when it does it this way. So I just want to make sure you know that. So last time we moved this guy in. This time we're going to move this guy in, okay? We're going to move him there, and we're going to make him be the one that blitzes that angle, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy on a quarterback spy. And he's the one that we're going to user, but we want to wait about a second after he settles before we user him. Now, I like to do this a lot, this setup, when I see that there's trips on the left or less to cover on the right-hand side. You know, even though there's a tight end and a running back to the right, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to attack that side because of the fact that, you know, we got good coverage on the left. You see how the vertical hook goes towards the middle of the field, and then we can cover this, and we got the 2 soft squats. So typically, I like it this way when I do the setup. And let me show you exactly how this will work. And what you're going to see here is you got that middle linebacker coming through. Okay, so that's the way that it's designed. The middle linebacker doesn't always get through. It's a little bit less consistent. You know, it does happen the majority of the time. And what usually happens here is if he doesn't get in, we got other players looping in. That's just the way it works. And a lot of times it's because of slide protection, whatever the case is. But if you look here, we got that same player, that defensive tackle, that's going to go try to eat up 2 blocks, but he eats up that guy here. The left guard has nobody to block. That's kind of the isolation that we're doing here. See how he can't get over because of that nice block that we kind of do from that defensive tackle. And then if you look on the right-hand side, we've got 2 players right there that are attacking those 2 players. They widen out, leaving this guy wide open. We leave the quarterback spy on that one player just for a second, because that's going to help number 63 not try to attack anybody. And then what we're going to do from here is basically go ahead and cover the middle of the field. All right, so that's basically how this blitz is set up. We'll show it to you again here. So what we're going to do again here is press, shift your D-line to the right, put that nickel DB on a hook zone, move this guy over, blitz him, make sure that he's going to the right hand side, and put this guy on a quarterback spy. And then that should be what helps you get this loop in. And that time he doesn't get looped in, but because he caught that guy's going to come flying in. It just really depends on how that works out, but it's a nice little option to kind of throw in there, just to kind of throw him off. Plus it's got really good coverage behind it. If you look at what we're doing here, what we're doing is basically setting it up to where we've got the ability to have the vertical hook over the left hand side. We've got the vertical hook, not really vertical hook because we're going to be doing it ourselves, but he's going to be able to cover the right hand side. So we got good opportunity to cover both sides and kind of make it out. Now if you're having some trouble with this looping player right here, you can go ahead and also quarterback contain. That's going to take this player right here, and it's going to put him towards the inside. And when he does that, a lot of times he'll pick up the guard that tries to cover him, and you'll be able to get some success that way. Just kind of a change if you need to. And see if it works this time. See how he picked up that guard that time and had that guy come through? So if you're having some trouble getting that player in, you can also do that and just quarterback contain. So just kind of play with it both ways, and you can see here see how he goes inside this time with a quarterback contain, and he picks up the guard, and now you're going to be able to get that player on a race to this player. So just kind of a different way of doing it. I'm going to call that setup 3B, just so you know, 3A, 3B, just to have a couple different ways of showing it, guys. So appreciate it. Come back on the next side.